I'm Amy Cherry. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow ya. Matthew Morton is selected as Palm Coast's new city manager. The former city manager in Washington State was selected Tuesday in a vote 3-2. Mayor Melissa Holland was among those who selected Morton.
I believe that Matt brings about some exciting opportunities for us. I think he brings about a new set of eyes, a new way of looking at things, but I also think he brings about a good foundation of principles and management style that I think we can thrive under.
City Councilman Eddie Brankeenho also selected Morton, but called it a tough choice.
This is actually excruciating, even though that's what we were put here for. This is not easy. This is a decision that, my goodness, God help me, because I need the help of God to do some of these things.
Councilman Nick Kloufis also voted for Morton. The vote proves council's shift from the status quo, affirming their desire to alter the city's direction to become more business-friendly and innovative. Councilman Bob Cuff and Jack Howell voted for interim city manager Beau Morton. Howell criticized Morton's inexperience. His resume shows he's led 2 cities in Washington state that are closer in size to Bunnell and Flagler Beach. Cuff called Morton the safe choice, but said he preferred him over someone who's an out-of-towner who he called shiny and new.
I know if Beau is the final selection, we're all going to get criticized. Oh, the good old boys won again. It's a fix. It's, insider politics. But I don't consider that at all. When I look at Beau and I compare him to the other 2, I see a person in the prime of their career who is committed to this community, who has started a family here like I did 30 years ago.
If Morton agrees on a contract, he'd take over as the city's 3rd manager, replacing Jim Landon, who was fired in September of last year.
This portion of Flagler's Morning News brought to you by the Daytona Beach International Airport, Delta Airlines nonstop to Atlanta, and starting in May, nonstop flights to New York City via American Airlines.
Flagler County's unemployment rate is on the rise. John Arking takes a look at the numbers.
Labor statistics released Tuesday by the state of Florida show that while 8,300 net jobs were created, 7,000 more people are out of work, with the unemployment rate rising 1/10 of a percentage point to 3.4%. In Flagler County, however, it was much worse, with the jobless rate jumping from 3.9% to 4.5%. And while January jumps are fairly common, it was the highest month-over-month rise since last January. Meanwhile, the county's unemployment rate in 2018 averaged 4%. On the positive side, the number of people with jobs rose 1.5%, setting a new record for Flagler's employed labor force and rising by 2,000 compared to January of 2018. Flagler's unemployment rate of 4.5% ranks 21st on the list of counties, with Gulf County's 7.4% topping the chart and Monroe's 2.8% the state's healthiest. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm John Arking.
Families hard hit by Hurricane Irma have until the end of this month on March 29th to register for assistance. Tony Magoo has the details.
The program is called Rebuild Florida. It's a partnership of the Department of Economic Opportunity and the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. So far, 214 Flagler County residents have registered for the program that was established in September of 2018. It's set up to dole out $616 million to help families repair or rebuild their homes that were significantly damaged by Hurricane Irma. I understand the registration process only takes between 15 and 30 minutes, so it's worthwhile to take the time to do it, said Emergency Management Chief Jonathan Lord. We want to encourage everyone who's looking for assistance throughout Flagler County to review the requirements and apply. Here's what it will do. It will repair and rebuild homes for low-income families, construct additional affordable housing units, assist businesses in disaster recovery, and update local infrastructure to better withstand future storms. For more information, go to rebuildflorida.gov or call 844-833-1010. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Tony Magoo.
While Florida's governor is asking for more money in this year's budget for education and the environment, Florida is a balanced budget state. What does that mean?
We can only spend what comes in.
Flagler County Representative Paul Renner said that's a good thing, since the budget could get out of hand.
Even members of my party would spend more money than they should.
He said that the balanced budget policy has garnered the state an award.
We were voted number 1 in fiscal health in the country. We paid down about $10 billion in debt over the last 8 years.
Renner said that even though the budget does not come up for discussion in the state legislature for a few more weeks, there is some discussion of the budget going on all the time, since legislators want funding for projects at home. Tomorrow, more on the budget and how it works. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Amy Cherry.